Spice calls are taxing Anchorage resources, including the people who have to respond to them.
KTVA 11's Lauren Maxwell went on a ride-along today with the paramedic chief to see what first responders are up against.
It was just all day long into the evening.
Chief Eric Schooneman has worked with the Anchorage Fire Department 18 years, but Monday, he says, was a record.
That was one day where we were approaching about half of our transports were suspected to be a spice.
It was 30 calls in 24 hours. Since then, they've slowed, but they haven't stopped. A few minutes into the ride, this is what we see: a middle-aged woman acting strangely, possibly high on spice.
This woman, it's difficult to say exactly what's going on.
Yeah, the medic said she's got an altered level of consciousness.
Paramedics decide spice is the likely cause.
We're thinking spice. She couldn't get her to rag, so.
Okay.
And off to the hospital she goes. Getting a handle on spice is difficult.
Really no rhyme and reason to it. I mean, sometimes we see drugs of abuse spike when the paychecks go out, or first of the month, or especially around dividend time. But with the spice, since July, there's been no pattern to it.
The only constant are the calls. Paramedics are taking people to the hospital an average of 6 times a day, and sometimes it's the same people over and over again.
He was taken in 2 days ago for the same thing.
Okay.
Even more than alcohol, spice seems to be the drug of choice. That's because it's cheap, as little as 50 cents for a lace cigarette.
You consider what even the cheapest bottle of hard alcohol costs. The spice is still cheaper right now.
But there's no doubt there are costs.
Probably truck 1 is on location, establishing command multiple patients.
Almost a dozen responders arrive outside Bean's Cafe, where 3 people are down.
ETOH, or is it spice?
Spice.
2 are a mother and her adult son. Workers at Bean's know them well. They say the drug has taken hold.
It's an escape.
And it's worth all of this?
You and I wouldn't think so. But they do it again and again.
And while they do, paramedics will repeat this scene again and again and again. Lauren Maxwell, KTVA 11 News.
And the Anchorage Fire Department has transported 665 people to the hospital since mid-July. People EMTs suspect were on spice.